Hello friends, in this video I will talk about 3 of my biggest shocks when I moved to North America, that is Canada. So originally I'm from Pakistan, coming from Southeast Asia. I moved to Canada in 2017 and I will talk about the 3 biggest shocks that I faced when I settled here. Now, number 1 shock was seeing so many advertisements either on billboard, online, on TV or any elsewhere where there would be advertisements calling out on people that if they are in debt, they should call this number for help. Or if they need help with their finances, they should call this number for help. And this would simply puzzle me because I've never seen this in Pakistan, in Southeast Asia ever. For me, it is very simple. If you're earning $100, you just spend $80 and that's it. And that way you're never in debt. Like, you don't need anyone to tell you that you're earning 100 and you should spend 80 and you should not be spending 120. This is like simple math. This is like basics, economics, financials that anyone who grows up, especially in my country or where I come from, they basically understand this concept. That they don't need to go into debt. Whatever they are earning, they should just spend less than that and save some money. And this is kind of how they build wealth and they retire. However, this was very puzzling for me because I was expecting to come to North America and would expect people to be more educated and literate and have better understanding of even a subject as simple as financial or personal finance. However, that wasn't the case because these advertisers were calling on people to call them so they can tell those people that they should spend less than what they earn, like that simple. Now, this was so puzzling to me that I went ahead and even checked it with my colleagues at work. And they confirmed that for an average North American, they don't have an understanding that if they're earning 100, they should spend less than that. Rather, with all the debt tools available such as credit card, mortgage, personal loans, car loans, and many more, even such as payday loans, they think that they can just go ahead and spend whatever they want, even if their earning is less than that. And there comes a time after a couple of years when they are so much in debt that now they don't have any idea or any solution how to get out of debt. Now, given they don't have this simple understanding that they should be spending less than what they earn so they can save some portion of their income, which they can use to get out of debt. Hence, they end up going to these advertisers who are calling them to help them with their personal finance. Again, this was one of the biggest shocks I had when I landed in North America, in Canada in 2017. That is when I immigrated here. Now, just one call out. In case you find any value from this video and you like this video, please don't shy away from pressing the like button and also the subscribe button. This way, 1, I stay motivated, and 2nd, you get notified as soon as I post a new video on this channel. Now, on this channel, I post content twice a week pertaining to personal finance and career success for early and mid-career professionals. Now, let's get rolling in the video. Now, shock number 2 that I had when I came to North America was the fact that you can almost return anything you buy, whether you buy it online or whether you buy it in store. You can simply go ahead and return it. Now, there are certain stores which will give you a time limit of, let's say, 30, 60 or 90 days. However, there are even stores where there is no time limit. You can buy something and just return it after, let's say, a year. And this is not just on apparels, let's say, or a TV that you bought or some other furniture that you bought. You can even go and return groceries. Like, this was so puzzling for me. Now, the region where I come from in Southeast Asia or even in Middle East where I've lived for a very long time, you really need to be choiceful as to what you want to buy because you know that once you buy, you won't be able to return it. So you think multiple times. Let's say for me, I had to think about it 10, 15, 20 times before I make a purchase. And even if it's a small purchase, I know that if I go wrong, I won't be able to return it. Now, there are certain return policies where you can return within a week or within a couple of days, but at least it doesn't apply to groceries and it doesn't apply for you to return like indefinitely. Let's say I simply buy a pair of jeans. I try in store, I find it good, but when I go home, it doesn't fit as good as I expected it to fit. Now, it's been like 2 days. I can go back and return it, assuming I have not used it, assuming I have not removed the tag, anything. However, here I can just keep that jeans, even wear it, even take out the tag, wear it, try it for a month, 2 months, don't like it, and then take it back with the tag on the side and say, you know what, I tried it, it doesn't fit good, and take it back. I have a friend who even bought a pair of Snickers. He ran in those Snickers for a week or 2, and then they realized that it wasn't a good fit, it wasn't a good experience, and he went and returned those Snickers. Now, the person who was taking the sneakers back did mention that they have been used, but the guy responded saying, if I don't use them, how would I know if they are good or not? And hence I ended up using them. I don't like them, and now I'm returning. And I go like, wow, this is like amazing. Now, this may sound good as a consumer. However, the bad or the flip side is there is so much wastage. Anything that you return doesn't just go on the shelf. Rather, it mostly gets thrown away, especially if it's grocery, let's say. No one will put the grocery that you bought, you took home and then are returning back on the shelf. It just gets thrown away. So anything that you return, you might be getting your money back, but for the society, it is just being wasted. So this is one issue. Now, second issue is, for instance, when I would buy something in Pakistan, I would really think about it. I would make sure that this is something that I really want, this fits my needs, and only then I would go and make the purchase. But here, I don't really need to think hard. I just click on Amazon, or I just go in the store and buy anything that I want from the shelf without thinking twice or thrice, because I know I'll take it home, I'll try it a couple of times, and if I don't like it, only then I will make my mind and then throw it back to the store and get my money back. This just makes me a loose spender without making a conscious choice of what I want and if I really want it. And hence, even I have now gotten into this bad habit of just buying things because I think I may use them or like them, and then after a couple of months, when they are not in use, I just go and return them, not realizing that this is all just going to waste. Now, number 3 and the last one is that the sales tax, call it GST or HST, is not reflected on the price tag or the shelf price. Now, this is not the case in Southeast Asia, and so much so even in Europe. When I've traveled there, the sales tax is already included in the price that you see on the shelf. So the price tag that you see on the shelf or the price on the tag is the full price that you pay when you exit the store, or when you exit the online store. There is no further HST or GST that is added on top. Now, I remember when I first came to Canada, given I didn't have a job, so I was very frugal. I was trying to save every dollar, every penny, because I didn't know how long it will take for me to get a job. So I wanted to conserve as much cash, as much money I had. So I was being very picky about what I buy and whether I'm paying the right price or not. Now, given I was in Canada, I had to buy some warm clothes. So I went into the store where I liked this Reebok hoodie a lot. And it had a Reebok CrossFit hoodie. I was a CrossFitter back then. I'm still a CrossFitter now, but I was a very regular CrossFitter back then. And hence, this hoodie was something that I really wanted to buy. I checked the price. I compared the price with what it would have been back home. And I thought it was slightly cheaper than what I would get back home. So kind of made sense. And then I also found it slightly expensive. So I was like, okay, fine. I will just go and make the spend because I really like it. I know it's a bit expensive, but I'll stretch myself and make the spend and buy it. So I took it. I went to the counter only to realize that at the counter, it became 13% more expensive because the sales tax was added on top of the price tag that I saw. Now it was too late for me to back up, and there was a big line already behind me. And I was so embarrassed to just say that, you know what, I just don't want to buy it anymore because I find it now 13% expensive versus what I saw back there on the shelf. And it would be very difficult for me to explain to them why I think so, why I believe so, because I'm not trained this way. For me, whatever price I see is the price I pay. I don't have to do the math on top. And in the end, I was just too embarrassed to admit, and I ended up paying 13% extra for something which I already found to be expensive, and I already thought it was a luxury for me. But in any case, lesson learned, and after that, I was very careful to do the math every time I'm buying or picking something from the shelf. Now, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you found this video helpful. And in case you did, I'm sure you'll find another video on my channel very useful where I talk about my personal finance journey. Here is the link to that video. Other than that, I have another video on my channel where I talk about what is the best way to invest in stock market and how to time the market. Here's the video for that. Thank you.